The Power of Relationships, the Secret to Lifelong Happiness and Health. If you were asked today, what makes your life happiest and healthiest, you might think of money, status, success, or the ability to achieve big goals in the future. Many people believe that the key to a good life lies in wealth and fame. A recent survey shows that more than 80% of young people place becoming rich as the top goal of their lives, and more than half of the rest hope to become famous. We are constantly surrounded by messages urging us to strive harder, work more, and achieve more, but is that really the right path to a happy life? To answer this question, we need more than personal memories, which can be vague, distorted, or forgotten. We need to observe human lives in real time, following people step by step from youth to old age. And fortunately, such a study does exist. A 75-year study, a window into human life. The Harvard study of adult development is one of the longest studies on human life in history. For 75 years, scientists carefully followed the lives of 724 men, year after year, collecting data on their health, work, family, emotions, worries, and the quality of their relationships. At the beginning, the study included two groups. One group consisted of second-year students at Harvard University in 1938. The other group was made up of boys who grew up in the poorest neighborhoods of Boston, where even hot water was a luxury. From poor children to elite Harvard students, their lives unfolded in many different ways. They became construction workers, doctors, lawyers, laborers. Some struggled with alcoholism, some developed mental illnesses, some rose to the highest levels of power, one even became the President of the United States, but the most remarkable thing is that the study never stopped. Thanks to the incredible persistence of multiple generations of scientists, about 60 of the original participants are still alive today, most of them over 90 years old. More than 2,000 of their descendants are also being followed. Studying life with more than just questionnaires. To truly understand their lives, the researchers did more than send out surveys. They visited the participants' homes, interviewed them in their living rooms, spoke with their parents, talked with their wives and children, and recorded private conversations about their deepest worries. They took blood samples, reviewed medical test results, scanned their brains, and analyzed every small detail, and from thousands of pages of documents and countless hours of observation, one powerful message emerged, one so clear it could not be denied. The lesson from 75 years: good relationships make a good life. It is not money. It is not fame. It is not working yourself to exhaustion. What makes people happiest and healthiest is this: warm, strong relationships. 1. Good connections help us live longer and happier. People who have close relationships with family, friends, and community tend to be happier, healthier, and live longer. Loneliness, on the other hand, is as harmful as a serious disease. It shortens life expectancy, damages both physical and mental health, and causes brain function to decline earlier. 2. It's not the number of relationships, but their quality. You can be in a crowd and still feel lonely, or live with a spouse and still feel empty. What matters is not how many friends you have, but the level of trust and warmth in your closest relationships. Living in constant conflict, especially in marriage, is more harmful to your health than divorce. In contrast, loving relationships act like protective armor against the hardships of aging. The study found that at age 50, the strongest predictor of who would be healthy and happy at age 80 was not cholesterol levels, but satisfaction with their relationships. 3. Good relationships protect the brain. People in their 80s who feel they can truly rely on their partner tend to have better memory and experience slower cognitive decline. Even if they argue over small things, as long as they still feel they can depend on each other, their memory remains protected. Why do we know this, yet still ignore it? Because humans naturally look for quick solutions. We are used to thinking that happiness comes from gaining more money, more achievements, more success. Meanwhile, nurturing relationships requires time, effort, patience, and sometimes facing difficult emotions, and it lasts forever. But the happiest people in the study were the ones who made time to nurture their relationships. They turned coworkers into friends, joined communities, cared for their families, and stayed connected with the important people in their lives. So what should we do? Whether you are 25, 40, or 60 years old, investing in relationships is always the right choice. It can begin very simply: put your phone down and truly spend time with your loved ones. Rekindle a fading relationship with a new shared experience. Call a family member or friend you have been angry with or forgotten for years. Arrange a dinner, a conversation, or simply go for a walk together. These small actions can change your entire life. The final message. More than a century ago, writer Mark Twain wrote, "Life is too short for quarrels, regrets, and resentments. There is only time for loving, and only one brief moment at that." After 75 years of research, science has only confirmed what the human heart has always known. A good life is built on good relationships.